Hello everybody, Spangly1 here again. I want to start off by saying thank you for checking out another one of my videos. And today I want to share with you my various Hu Tao builds that I've had over time. When I first pulled Hu Tao, I didn't farm the Crimson Witch set hardly at all, didn't have any of her silk flowers, had pretty much nothing that I needed for her. But I did have a Dragons Bane, and I did have two set Crimson Witch, and I did have a 2-set Wanderer's Troupe. So I ran an Elemental Mastery Hu Tao for a really long time, with a Sing Cho for support, and she worked really well. If you happen to be free to play and have a Dragons Bane sitting around, maybe a good set of Wanderer's Troupe from boss fights, and a couple good Crimson Witch, you can give those a try and come down here to the Cryo Cube and show you what kind of melt damage you can get. As you see here, we got some decent stats with this build. Not the best of stats, but not bad. 55% crit rate, 135% crit damage, and sitting there around 281 Elemental Mastery. So we should be able to get a decent melt number out of this build. As you know, I'm pretty relying on my shield here, so I get my Zhongli shield on and go in here and smack this Cryo Cube and see what we get. And there we go. Nice 48,000 charged attack crit, 16k to 20k normal attack crits. And what was that, about a little over 5k on a non-crit hit, so pretty good, pretty good. Alright, now send these here little frost fruits back at this other guy. We'll go over here and pray for a crit on our Hu Tao ult.
Stabilize.
But more than likely we're not going to get it, because that's just the way my luck goes. 55% crit rate, 1 in 2 chance. Let's see what we get. And of course, I don't crit with the ghost. So my charged attack is pretty much just about the same amount as my ghost when it doesn't hit the crit. But we're going to go fill that ult back up. We'll come right back and smack this Cryo Cube a few more times and show you what a crit hit melt looks like on the Wanderer's Troupe. Just to show you it's still the same build here. Still a 55% crit rate, with 135% crit damage. Now, I could cut all this part of the video out here, but I'm going to keep it one long clip so you know I didn't change the build, come out, come back. The same build it was last time, and see if we can't get the crit this time. Let's try this again. Run around, try to avoid those. Of course I get hit by one, good thing I got a shield. And we don't crit, and there's a 48k crit. We didn't crit as much on the charge attack this time. Hopefully we can get the crit on the ghosty. We should be able to get it. Gotta beat down the cube a little more, pop it. Go ahead and press the skill, it'll be pulled back down ready again by the time we hit it with the frost fruits or whatever the hell it calls them. Yeah, little spiky balls. I was hitting with Zhongli, so I got my shield and put it back on. One more ball and we'll go over here and see if we can't get the ult with the ghost. There we go, 125k melt. What do y'all think about that? Alright, let's go back down here and do it again with my recommended build and my go-to build for Hu Tao, the 4-set Crimson Witch with the Deathmatch from the Battle Pass. Preferably I'd like to have the Staff of Homa, but I'm not a whale on this game so I didn't get it, but on the rerun I will be trying to get that. As you can see, I had 60% crit rate, 198% crit damage, and 94% pyro damage because we're running the actual Crimson Witch set, so we get that extra little pyro damage bonus there. And here's the artifacts I run on her with this set. I know a lot of them could have better substats, could roll better, but hey, at least some of them gave me HP percent, which is good for Hu Tao. Higher her HP is, the harder her ghost is going to smack, and the harder, more attack percent she's going to get when she activates her E skill. So it's like, for a Sands on Hu Tao, definitely run an HP Sands. You'll get more damage out of that than you will out of an attack Sands on her. Well, I guess some of that does come down to RNG on your substats, but generally speaking, try to find your HP Sands for Hu Tao with good substats, and it'll do more damage than the attack Sands with good substats on Hu Tao. And of course, our Cryo Cube's a pain in the butt. Pops himself over there. Let's get him pop a little closer, and you'll see quite comparable damage here. Nice 20k charge attack when it doesn't crit. Let's see it a crit. There we go, 59k crit. Not bad. Now we just gotta pray we get a crit with our ult and see what kind of damage we get there. Send these little spiky ball, little frost fruits back at this guy. Pop his shield off. We'll go over here and smack the crap out of him with a Hu Tao ghost. He should be frightened. We're about to go smack the crap out of him. One more ball. Hu Tao, let's go. Boom, 130k. See, not much more, only 5k more. And as you can see, my melt reaction damage is very similar between those two builds, at least with the artifacts that I have. Maybe you have some better artifacts with better substats than me, maybe I'll push her higher than that. But you can be free to play build on her, Wanderer's Troupe, 2-set Crimson Witch with a Dragons Bane. Very good build. And it's a lot easier to farm that than it is a 4-set Crimson Witch. But anyway, with that being said, let me swap her back over and get my crit rate from my Deathmatch from the Battle Pass there. And this is my new build I've been working on, my Shimenawa Hu Tao. There is one big downside to this build though. She loses her ult, pretty much. But one good charge attack with her is usually enough energy particles to get your ultimate right back up and ready to use again. I also have a piece on here with a good energy recharge on the rolls on the substat that kind of helps with that as well. Do sacrifice about 6% crit damage when I use that piece, but kind of have to make sure I get that ult back up every time. A couple of these pieces are still level 16. I do need to level them up the rest of the way, but I'm just completely out of resources, just the way it goes. As you can see there, 67% crit damage, or crit rate I mean, 191% crit damage. What was that pyro damage again? 79.6%, not bad, not bad. As you can see, overall not the best stats, not the worst stats, but it took me a very, very long time to get anywhere close to this set of stats on my Hu Tao. The only way I was able to do it was a crit damage hat and a crit rate weapon. That's pretty much my go-to on most of my characters. Crit rate weapon, crit damage hat. Because I'm very bad at rolling crit rate on my substats, but I can roll crit damage here and there. With that said, let's get to the build. Here's the flower I have, not bad, still needs 4 more levels on it. Hopefully it rolls more of that crit damage for me. My feather also level 16, but still got some crit rate and crit damage on it. Unfortunately it rolled that flat HP there, but hopefully I get either more crit rate or crit damage out of that one as well. And of course HP stands for Hu Tao all the way. Didn't get no crit damage on that, but surprisingly got some crit rate for once. And one of my only 2 or 3 pyro damage goblets I have in the game. At least these still aren't as hard as for me to get as the cryo damage goblets. But yeah, I got a couple more. You see I got an elemental mastery one over here. I think I got a 4-star one down there, and then another offset piece one that has some more energy recharge on it, which I'll probably end up having to put on her for, like I said, for the ultimate to get right back up. The only downside of that is I sacrifice about 6 or 7% crit damage. I think it's worth it though to have my big old hard slapping ghost right back right away. And this is probably one of my best crit damage hats right here and overall. The only one I have I think that has crit rate substat on it. I might have 1 or 2 more, but I haven't tried leveling them up yet. These things are extremely hard to come by. Alright, now we're going to run on down here again, see our good old buddy the Cryo Cube, since I'm kind of farming for Halo at the same time, since I have her now. Pop my Zhongli shield, since I'm terrible at dodging like y'all know. As you see, we have a full Hu Tao ult, but because we're running Shimenawa, there goes our 15 energy, bam bam. 57k charged attack damage, 2k less than my 4-piece Crimson Witch. Still, 8k more than my 2-set Crimson Witch, 2-set Wanderers with a Dragons Bane. Sit here, wait for him to throw the little spiky ball frost fruit at us. Take your spiky balls back, buddy. We don't want your tumors. Once we get him popped, we go over here and unfortunately we're not going to be able to hit him with the ult with this set because we just not going to have the energy. We're going to charge attack and he's going to be dead. Yeah, 57k and done. For those of you that made it this far in the video, I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These have been my various Hu Tao builds that I've had over time. Maybe you have one of these builds sitting in your inventory and don't even know it, or maybe you're prepping for Hu Tao and not sure what to put on her. But anyway, if you are pulling for Hu Tao, I wish you the best of luck. I have a ton of fun with this character. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. With that being said, make sure you drop a like and leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.